First-hand witnesses discuss what they knew about President Trump's phone call with the Ukrainian president. And a deadly fiery crash involving a Bakersfield mother and her children is under investigation. This is 17 News at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maddie Jansen. We begin with the latest on the impeachment inquiry hearings. If you're just tuning in, Congress has been questioning two witnesses this morning. It was the first time the public got to hear from first-hand witnesses to that July 25th phone call between President Trump and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. Hearings are set to resume in about 15 minutes. But right now, let's take a look back at this morning's testimony from NBC's Jennifer Johnson.
Committee will come to order.
Democrats ramping up their impeachment case against President Trump, calling two witnesses who are on that July 25th phone call with President Trump and Ukraine's President Zelensky. Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman, a top expert on Ukraine with the National Security Council, and Jennifer Williams, an aide to Vice President Mike Pence, both first-hand witnesses and testifying publicly for the first time.
It is improper for the President of the United States to demand a foreign government investigate a U.S. citizen and a political opponent.
Vindman, a decorated combat veteran, says he was so concerned the president made military aid to Ukraine contingent on that country investigating Joe Biden, he reported his concerns to the NSC's top lawyer.
My intent was to raise these concerns because they had significant national security implications for our country.
Williams said she too was alarmed.
I found the July 25th phone call unusual because, in contrast to other presidential calls I had observed, it involved discussion of what appeared to be a domestic political matter.
Republicans complained last week's public testimony was all hearsay, but with direct witnesses speaking today, they shifted their focus back to who the whistleblower is and directly attacking the witness.
And Colonel, you never leaked information?
I never did, never would. That is preposterous that I would do that.
Republicans hoping to defend the president's actions with two witnesses they requested, Special Envoy to Ukraine Kurt Volker and former National Security Council aide Tim Morrison. On Wednesday, the ambassador to the European Union, Gordon Sondland, will testify. A witness overheard Sondland talking to the president and assuring him Ukraine's leader would investigate the Bidens. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
President Trump said this morning he never saw Vindman and doesn't know him. Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy has tweeted a few times in response to the hearings. This morning he posted, "Remember, there's still no due process in these hearings. The president doesn't get to request witnesses. The president's attorneys are not allowed in the room. All of Adam Schiff's witnesses have already auditioned for their roles." And we'll be streaming those hearings live when they start back up on our Facebook page. And you can watch live here on KGET after the news at noon. In other news this afternoon, a devastating fiery crash in Santa Clarita involving a Bakersfield family left a 6-year-old girl dead. It happened yesterday. CHP says the mother, who was found driving nude, sped through an intersection, taking out a stoplight and slamming into a tree. Witnesses ran to help, cutting the two young girls out of their car seats. Sadly, the 6-year-old didn't make it. The mother and 2-year-old girl were seriously hurt. It's unclear if the kids were properly restrained. The cause of the crash is under investigation. The Kern County Fair Board met last night. It's been more than 2 months since 17 News first broke the story about a state audit alleging senior officials at the Kern County Fair mismanaged and misused hundreds of thousands of state dollars. Board members have never publicly commented on the audit, citing legal reasons.
Well, it's unfortunately a legal response, and if you have issues with that, and I understand them, and I understand the frustration with it, it's not to be addressed here. We are not able to address that issue. That has to be addressed by either the auditor, which has issued this order, or the Department of Food and Ag. We can't help you. As much as we would like to help you, we cannot.
I'm so disappointed. The name of our county and the veracity of our Kern County Fair is extremely important to our community, and I can't begin to tell you how disappointed I am.
At one point, the board asked the public to leave so members could meet in closed session. While it remains unclear what was discussed, Chairwoman Vlaji Rodriguez said the meeting included a phone call to officials in Sacramento. The next Fair Board meeting is set for January 13th. PG&E customers across the state are bracing for another round of blackouts. The utility company says more than 300,000 homes and businesses in 25 counties up north may be impacted starting tomorrow. Kern County is not on the list of areas that could lose power. The utility blames dry conditions and high winds, saying there is an increased fire risk. PG&E says it plans to inspect the de-energized lines once the high winds die down on Thursday and hopes to get power back on to most of those customers Thursday evening. Thousands of Disney Plus accounts stolen, now for sale on the dark web. What that means for users coming up. Welcome back, and Kevin has spent the morning down at the merriest place on earth, and he's giving us an inside look at all of the decorations taking over at Disneyland.
Maddie, it is the happiest place on earth, and we are at Disneyland, and look who I have. I have Goofy with me. We are having a lot of fun. We've been around the park throughout the day, and you can see we're right in front of the beautiful castle. It's going to be an exciting time during the holiday season. A lot of great fun, a lot of food, and it's all decorated for the holidays, so you have to come out and check it out. Now, we've been talking about the weather. We've been seeing the lack of rain around California, even for Kern County, but that is about to change, and I want to talk about that first before we talk about some more fun festivities happening at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. And you can see here on the satellite and radar some changes are already starting to happen. We've got one system to the north and one system to the south. These two are going to come together as we head into tomorrow and into early Thursday. And that means, yes, the chance of rain is starting to increase. Today, temperatures will be in the upper 50s in Sacramento, 73 in Fresno, 70s down to the south. LA today, a nice warm day right near 78. And then you can see here on the Pacific satellite, we've got one trough to the north and then an area of low pressure just off the Baja Peninsula. That is going to move in an easterly direction the next 24 hours. Once these come together, it's going to increase our chance of rain for all of California, including Southern California, starting tomorrow. So our first rain and snow of the water year, snow possibly down to 5,500 feet. That would impact some areas of the Kern County Mountains. And for sure, if the rain does come on in, we are looking at some slick roadways. It's the time of year when we've had the lack of rain. A lot of those oils come out of the asphalt, making for a very slick situation. So keep that in mind heading into tomorrow and into early Thursday. And you can see the rain amounts around the state. Pretty much everywhere is expected to see rain. Lighter amounts to the north, heavier rain to the south, about 1/4 of an inch for Los Angeles. And we're going to be right between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch. And you can see that on the Kern County models here. Bakersfield about 1/1900ths of an inch, lesser amounts out of Lost Hills, and then for the mountains, right around 1/1500ths of an inch of rain. So finally getting a little bit of wet weather. Now the snow, we are looking at that winter storm warning for the Kern County Mountains above 6,000 feet. So we'll be watching for that. Again, it'll be the very high elevations of the Kern County Mountains. Today, 75 in Bakersfield, 74 in Delano. We're looking at 70s out of Taft, and then for the mountains, increasing clouds throughout the day, a west wind right around 25 to 35, a high of 67 in Frazier Park, 68 in Tehachapi, and 70s out of the Kern River Valley. And then for the desert today, we're looking at 70s, a southwest wind right around 10 to 20 miles per hour. So the extended forecast, 50% chance of rain for tomorrow, lingering into early Thursday. We dry things out by Friday, and a little bit of fog come into the forecast as well. And then for the mountains, we'll look for 40s for tomorrow with that chance of rain, and then drying you out by the later part of the day on Thursday, Friday, and the weekend looking dry. And then for the Kern River Valley, also a chance of rain coming into tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we will start to dry things out. So a little bit of a change in the weather pattern, but that's not stopping anybody from coming down and enjoying the happiest place on earth. And I know a guy who knows a lot about what's going on, and that's David. Come on in, David.
Hi there.
I'll tell you, this is a time of year people love.
Oh, yeah.
It's all decked out, ready for the holiday season.
Oh, I mean, and look how we say the holidays begin here, and it couldn't be any more true. It is beautiful here. All the elves that come out to decorate everything we have here, including the castle. At night, there's 126,000 LED lights that twinkle in the sky.
That's incredible.
It's beautiful.
And a lot of new food items as well.
Yes.
Very festive.
It is. So at the Festival of Holidays and even at Disneyland Park, Disney California Adventure, all of our locations, we have a lot of new food offerings. I think we have something like 60 or 80 new food offerings, and we brought back another 100 from last year. And so it's amazing. I mean, have you seen the churro shake?
I have not seen the churro shake,
yes,
but I saw the churro log.
The churro Yule log. It's
it was
amazing.
delicious.
Yes, it is. It is really great. I also like there's a mix-up where we mix up different holiday traditions, and so we have the turkey and stuffing tamale.
Oh.
It's really great.
And then we have World of Color.
World of Color Season of Light has returned to Disney California Adventure Park. We're really excited. It looks better than ever, and it's just another great way to celebrate the holiday.
And there's nothing like coming to Disneyland and enjoying a nice fireworks display.
Yes, believe in holiday magic. I think you actually might have a little something, a little sneak peek.
A little sneak peek for the folks at home. Take a look. I get the chills every time I see that, listen to that, and if you didn't notice, there's a little something at the end.
Yeah, well, so that's the thing. It's a beautiful celebration of the holidays, and we have our own little snow flurries that come down and hit everyone around here in the Disneyland Resort. It's amazing. It's just such a great kiss goodnight.
So for all of you folks in Bakersfield that get mad at me every single year when I don't bring you snow, well, Disney has that taken care of for you. You can come to the fireworks display, and you can get a little bit of snow.
That's right.
So there you go. So again, it is the happiest place, the festive place on earth, Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. Maddie, we're going to send it back to you in the studio. I'm going to go with David and all the great characters and have a little bit of fun in the park. Bye.
He's having a really rough day on the job there. Well, if the coming rain has you staying inside these next few nights, not to worry. There are several new movies out to keep you busy. Here's Raphael Seth with the video view.
To the losers.
Whoever said you can't go home again was probably afraid of clowns in It Chapter 2. This sequel fast-forwards nearly 3 decades after the 2017 version. Old friends known as the Losers Club reunite in their childhood hometown, but it is not under ideal circumstances. The evil clown they thought they dispatched years before has reappeared stronger than ever, so the gang assembles to bring down the big top on his murder circus. It Chapter 2 is digital this week.
Just be yourself.
Can you say socially awkward? Dora and the Lost City of Gold brings a popular educational cartoon to the big screen. Instant Family's Isabella Merced plays the title character. Parents Michael Pena and Ava Longoria are explorers searching for a hidden city, while daughter Dora is left behind to conquer an even more daunting challenge, high school. Dora is on digital, DVD, and Blu-ray.
Seriously, what does he know about our world?
Thunder Road stretches all the way to England in Blinded by the Light. Based on a true story, this feature follows a Pakistani teen growing up in the UK. He's stuck between his new world dreams and his old-school father until a classmate introduces Bruce Springsteen into the mix, whose working-class lyrics help the teen find his own voice. Blinded by the Light is available on digital, DVD, and Blu-ray. That's the video view. Raphael Seth, NBC News.
Still ahead this afternoon, your Christmas tree likely will cost you a little more green this year. Why we're seeing a shortage ahead of the holidays coming up.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
We're back now on your 17 Business Watch and taking a live look at stocks. The Dow is down about 80 points so far in trading. The NASDAQ up 30, the S&P 500 up a fraction. Oil prices are falling today. West Texas Intermediate selling for $55.26 a barrel, and Midway Sunset started the day at $60.80 a barrel. Thousands of Disney Plus accounts have reportedly been stolen by hackers and put up for sale on the dark web. Just hours after the service was launched, hackers hijacked accounts and were either offering them for free or selling them for as much as $11. Disney tells CNBC the company takes the privacy and security of users' data very seriously, and there's no indication of a security breach. But reports say it's likely some users may have the same email and password for multiple sites, including Disney Plus, and that info could have been stolen during previous breaches at other companies. Expect to pay a little more this year for that fresh-cut Christmas tree. That's because climate conditions have hampered tree growth in some of the nation's biggest tree-growing states like Oregon and North Carolina. It's the result of a shortage of seedlings 8 to 10 years ago and the dry, hot summers of 2017 and 2018, which destroyed thousands of younger trees. While there are trees this year, many are much smaller than in years past. Some Oregon tree farms will remain closed this holiday season because they simply don't have enough trees to sell. In addition to struggling with drought, Christmas tree growers are facing a labor shortage that so many are moving to less labor-intensive crops like hazelnuts and grass seed. With an all-important holiday shopping season underway and an election a year out, CNBC and Acorns teamed up with Survey Money for a new survey to learn how Americans are currently feeling about their finances. CNBC's Contessa Brewer has our story.
In Dayton, Ohio, Charlinda Scales is hard at work.
I'm a proud Air Force veteran who, while serving on active duty, received the only copy of my grandfather's secret sauce recipe that I learned how to bottle, and now I sell in retail stores.
The founder and CEO of Mutt Sauce learned early on to make tough financial decisions.
When I joined the military, I had a dream that many other young airmen have. I wanted a new car. I had exactly enough in savings for my BMW that I could start Mutt Sauce LLC. So instead of choosing my car, I chose the company.
Today, like millions of other Americans, Charlinda is trying to figure out what the next year will bring for the U.S. economy. A new CNBC and Acorns Invest in You survey, conducted by SurveyMonkey, finds 65% of respondents believe a recession is likely in the next year. The same percentage says they've noticed costs going up in the last 3 months: restaurants, housing, insurance, and groceries.
The American consumer has been fueling the U.S. economy, and the upcoming holiday shopping season is crucial for retailers. But in our survey, 36% say they plan to spend less this holiday shopping season compared to last year. And of those who think recession is coming, 45% say they plan to prepare by trimming household spending.
I can't believe what just a gallon of milk is these days.
I think the economy's strong and we're going to be fine.
Charlinda Scales is optimistic about the future of her company, but cutting costs where she can, just in case.
The steady paycheck of the military, the stability of even a full-time job, is a stark contrast to being a small business owner. You're counting every penny.
With conservative spending and careful planning, she's hoping to taste sweet success. Contessa Brewer, CNBC Business News.
Among those surveyed who expect a recession, nearly half say they are proactively paying down debt or cutting household spending. Scales hopes that even if consumers are more conservative with their spending this holiday season, Mutt Sauce will remain popular as a special treat. Still ahead here on 17 News at noon. In other business news, perhaps a consumer story ahead of your holiday feast celebration with family next week. A new Uno deck aims to keep families politics-free this Thanksgiving. Mattel's limited edition nonpartisan Uno deck removes the classic red and blue cards, which could be seen as politically charged. They're replaced with more politically neutral colors of orange and purple. As you can see, the packaging is purple as well. The new deck also introduces a veto card that reads no politics. When a family member breaks the no politics rule, just veto them. And if that doesn't work, you can still make them draw 4. The Uno nonpartisan deck can be found at Walmart stores with a price tag of $5.99. The Downtown Business Association is getting ready for the Heart of Downtown Business Expo. We'll tell you how you can learn all about all of that downtown has to offer coming up. Melanie Farmer joins us next. Welcome back, 17 on set. It's time for the Heart of Downtown Business Expo. And joining us this afternoon, Melanie Farmer, President and CEO of the Downtown Business Association.
Hi.
Hello, Melanie. How's it going?
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good
I know.
afternoon.
It still throws me off when I say good morning as well when doing these here. So tell us about the Expo. This is something that you usually hold in August. It's been pushed back a little bit this year.
We pushed it back so we could do our block-to-block luncheon. So this is the block captains. This is going to be the end of their year, and it's an awards luncheon for them to thank them and find out what worked and what didn't work.
And then what exactly is the block-to-block?
Block-to-block, we have block captains for each block downtown, and they give information to us, and we get information to them from the city, the police department, and it just keeps all the businesses knowing what's going on. So we'll definitely get more information out. I know there's been a lot of the information coming out since we started it in March, but it's working really well.
Fantastic. So you're celebrating that?
We're celebrating that and giving out awards to the block captains who have excelled this year in helping us get information to the businesses downtown. And then following that at 2 o'clock is our Business Expo. So it'll be at the Westchester. And it's $5 at the door, or you can go online and go on our website and download a ticket for free.
And what's happening at the expo?
Different businesses from downtown will be out there showing you, a business expo. Everybody walks around. There'll be prizes that you could win. Food will be out there. We'll have KC Steakhouse. We'll have Jerry's Pizza out there. So there'll be food and drinks and lots of things to do out there.
Maybe kick off your holiday shopping.
Yeah, kick off your holiday shopping out there. We'll have In Your Wildest Dreams out there, Encore, so you can get some shopping done as well.
Fantastic. All right, and when is this all happening?
This is all happening Thursday. So Thursday from 12:30 to 2 is the luncheon. If you'd like to come to the luncheon, definitely go online and buy your ticket. Otherwise, the expo is 2 to 6 o'clock.
All right, 2 to 6 this Thursday.
This Thursday.
$5. And we'll post all the information at kget.com.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Melanie, for coming in. And we'll be back here on 17 News at noon. It's a first for Denmark. Find out what makes this year's Christmas tree there unlike any other they've had in the capital before. Finally here for 17 News at noon, an almost 30-foot tall Christmas tree adorned with 3,000 Swarovski crystals will bring some sparkle to Copenhagen for the Christmas season, which opened over the weekend. The sparkling Christmas tree with crystals worth about $146,000 stands in front of a hotel in the city's amusement park, Tivoli Gardens. It features the super sparkly clear crystal for a specifically exclusive Nordic look, according to Tivoli. It took 3 decorators 10 days to decorate the tree. This is the first time a Swarovski Christmas tree is in Denmark. It will be on display until January 5th. Beautiful, though. Thanks so much for joining us here for 17 News at noon. We'll see you back here tonight at 5.
17 News, your local news leader, continues 24 hours a day on KGET.com and our 17 News app. In the spirit of the Golden Empire, 17 News.